Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi. So does fixing toys affect their value? It's another of those questions I'm asked all the time, as toy-polloi is all about repairing old broken toys. And that's actually a tough one to answer, as it really depends on what the toy is, how damaged it is, how rare it is, and what toy line it's from. Most of the time, if you're fixing stuff for yourself or toys that you've had from your childhood that you just want to be displayable again, I wouldn't worry about what they're worth. Concentrate on enjoying them and doing what you want with them. They are your toys after all. And fixing them up can be a very enjoyable hobby to have. It gives you time to really connect with the toys and work out how they function, and you often learn more about them as you go. When I fix up a toy, it's generally something I bought for a cheap price because it was broken or damaged, a toy that most people would pass by and put very little value on already. So by fixing it up and making it usable again, there is clearly a value being added to it. Whether that matches the many hours I put into repairing them is not something I worry about, as I just enjoy the process. If a toy is so damaged that it can't be played with or displayed, then fixing it can only add value to it. But if the toy only has a few minor issues that don't really affect what it does, then I may just leave it alone, especially if it's something quite rare. I've recently added to my collection a rare Action Man figure called Bullet Man. He was very damaged when I got him, with broken fingers and arms, a glued-on head, and missing his entire costume. Even though it's a rare figure, I set about repairing him, rebuilding the fingers, finding his outfit, making parts, and using repo pieces to fix him up. Value-wise, I'm sure he is now worth more than he was when I started, but that was not the reason I did it. I wanted this figure in my collection and knew I couldn't afford to buy one at the prices people sell nice condition versions of him for. He's not perfect, but he will look great in my collection, and I'm really happy with the end result. Probably my favourite toy I've ever fixed up is another Action Man that I purchased for £9. He was completely covered in red paint, and I think most people would have just thrown him away. But with a lot of work and time, I've got him back to looking like a lovely, if slightly tanned figure. To me, this figure is now priceless. To everyone else, I can't say what he's worth, but he's certainly worth more than the £9 that I originally paid for him. Most collectors of vintage toys don't seem to mind them being restored or repaired, but there is always a certain section of the collecting community that will have a problem. And there is a section of Star Wars vintage toy collectors that have a very negative attitude towards any kind of repair. They only want them to be fixed up with original parts and original stickers, which is something that is just not always possible. Some parts always break, and the only way to fix them is either to find a reproduction or repair what is there. And if the stickers are missing, how are you supposed to track down an original, unused set of stickers? A set of replacement stickers can make a toy look great again, and they can always be removed if you do, if ever, find some originals. If a toy is broken, I would much rather see it fixed than thrown away, so I never let other people's attitudes and ideas of what a collection should be stop me from fixing something. Selling or passing a fixed toy on to someone else brings up other issues for some collectors. If I do pass any of my toys on to others, then I will always let them know what I have done, what has been repaired or replaced with a reproduction. But anyone who knows me knows what I do, so it's of no surprise to them if the toy has been repaired. There will always be sellers out there trying to deceive you, no matter what. So if you're worried, do your research before you buy anything, ask questions about the toy, check it thoroughly, and if you're not sure, don't buy it. When I appeared on BBC Two's Collectaholics, they spent an awful lot of time asking me about how much my collection was worth and whether Mrs. Toy-polloi minded how much I had spent on it. They couldn't seem to grasp that, as I mainly buy broken toys, that the value was not something I really worried about. It was more about the enjoyment I got out of repairing them. At the end of the show, they told me my collection would have been worth considerably more if everything was mint in box. I think they completely missed the point of why I collect and what my collection is. If you're treating your collection as an investment, then I think you may be very disappointed if you ever do come to sell it. Collect them because you enjoy them, not for how much money they are worth. As far as value goes for anything, it's only worth what someone is willing to pay for it. And if you're getting pleasure out of fixing and repairing old toys, that is worth far more than anything. So just keep on doing it and don't worry about the value of things. Enjoy them for what they are. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi. Subscribe for more great videos. You can also follow toy-polloi on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Just as a little additional to this video, I thought I'd share with you a vintage Star Wars TIE Interceptor that I've recently been restoring, and it was one that I'd been given sort of some bits of the shell of it, and I thought it was too good to sort of leave just sort of as it was. So I went on eBay and I managed to pick up myself some really very beaten up wings for it, which you can see here are absolutely trashed really. I don't know what's happened to the stickers. It might be paint, it might be something, but you can see something has happened to them. And now in a horrid state. The actual main body of it was also missing the little laser light cover that goes over there, and I've replaced that with one from a Darth Vader TIE fighter, so it's not even the right colour. But when I got this sort of all put back together, I think most people would think it was a bit of a mess because it's just not sort of in a very nice condition. But I sort of fell in love with this as it is now. So it's not sort of in great condition. You can see bits of the stickers are damaged, and as I say, nothing quite matches on it. But I just thought it looked really nice. It had a sort of certain charm to it. So although I could probably take this to another levels, you know, finish it off really nicely, clean up the stickers, put some new stickers on, get the proper bit of the sort of the light cover and make it look really nice, I'm actually going to leave it as is because it just, there's something about it makes it look really nice to me, and I'm actually going to put this into my collection and have it on display here, even in this sort of sorry state. So I probably could add more value to this if I did a full restoration on it, but actually for myself and for my own personal collection, I like the fact that this is a bit of a mishmash of a ship. So you don't have to do things just to make things perfect and sort of restore stuff to be perfect. You can do things so that you enjoy them, and I think that's the whole point about toy collecting. Don't worry about what others are thinking, what others want to do with their collections. Do what you want to do with your collection and make sure you enjoy it for those reasons. So don't copy what other people do it for yourself. And I think that's the biggest thing you can take from sort of any hobby. As long as you're enjoying it, then that's great. Keep on doing it.
toy-polloi